Gabe, to your point, how long have you been interested in marketing? Because I'm believing that this is not a field that you initially started out in.
Not a field that I started out in at all. But I want to go back to something you said there, Zach, and I want to give you credit for something, which is during college you talked about all the internships that you did, across various things. I've been out of college a lot longer than Zach, as you can probably imagine. But that was where I started my career as well, was as an intern, and I think that's something that I always encourage. I feel like 100 years old saying this, but I always encourage younger people to do. But an internship is a fantastic way to actually get real world experience, because one of the things that people struggle with is they come out of school, if they haven't had any real world experience, then they're just sort of stuck. Because if people want any level of experience, even if it's 1 year, 2 years, whatever, you got nothing, right? You've got a resume that says you have a degree, and that's pretty much it. And I've seen a lot of those resumes. They're pretty light, and it's difficult to differentiate yourself. So, what Zach did, I think what a lot of folks do is really, really smart to go out and get that real world experience, so that as you're getting into the field, you actually have some level of understanding of what it is that you're actually going to be doing. And Zach, not to totally put you on the spot here, but I'm just going to ask you this question. We didn't prep this one. I mean, do you feel like you learned more in internships or in college?
This is a sensitive subject in my family. I know my dad and I have flip-flopped on this one, but the way I've always explained it is I couldn't have gotten the internships I got without going to college. And then at the same time, everything I learned in college, I applied in those internships. And part of this too, and I really hope the right people listen to this podcast. I have neighbors that were my professors in college, right? Or, my LinkedIn connections here, but I think of two professors that I took classes from. One was my intro to marketing, my 3000 level marketing class, the first marketing class I ever took. And that's really the class that got me into the field. Awesome professor, great job teaching, engaging students. There was 200 people in this class, but I can still say it was one of my favorite classes. And it's a class, even today when we talk about, the 7 P's of marketing, it's still, theory that I use today in my day-to-day job.